about this sometime, all the time, really. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. So today, yesterday, we have this writing prompt sort of debate sort of thing. Change. And so we had to decide if your friend was in trouble that could potentially harm them and or others and lead to their self-destruction. Should you help them or get them help, or should you just let them plummet to the bottom? There were some very interesting things going on there. Some people were like, well, blah blah blah, and then the other side was like, well, if you help them now, they'll make the same mistake later. And I was just like screaming in my head, well, if you don't help them now, they're not gonna have it later, or a future, so stop talking about their future. And then the one kid was, so when did you get your doctorate? Because last time I checked, you are not a psychiatrist, and you did not go to a psychiatry school because you're a young teenager. I don't believe that you have a psychiatric degree, so you are not the best to be judging people's mental states. And we're just like, I thought we were dealing with friends here. Are we dealing with friends here? Does it really matter if I'm a psychiatrist? If my friend's in trouble, I'm gonna help them, because otherwise I'm gonna feel like, oh look, they're cutting themselves. Oh, yay, yay. And I'm not gonna help them because they didn't ask for help. So I'm just gonna let them keep cutting themselves until they die. Yeah, and then at their funeral, I'll feel completely guilty. And then you know what? I'll track down to Starbucks, get myself some hot chocolate. Yeah, it's all good. No, that's not gonna happen. If you're really, like, my opinion is, you can leave your opinion here with a video, just a typed comment, just leave it here, whatever. Yeah. Make a video, respond, whatever, just respond to this. My personal opinion is that I would help them. I don't, like, if you don't believe that you can help them and they can only help themselves, like, it's not a big problem if they're like, they stop doing their homework. But if they stop doing their homework for another reason, or they've become really, like, they start to act strange, just ask them what's going on. Just ask them. They might have family problems, there might be something going on, they might be doing drugs. I'm not saying that they're always doing drugs or they're always in the wrong. Sometimes they just get really lazy. Sometimes your friends are just lazy people and they get lazier because they're tired. Because they've been staying up late to finish their homework and finish their projects, and they just don't know which way is up and which way is down, and they get all confused and they just get tired and they can't do the homework and they're not up to doing the homework. That's fine. But like, if you feel like, if you know, like, not if you definitely know, but if you know or you have a strong feeling that your friend's doing drugs or cutting themselves or has suicidal thoughts, please help them, please. I mean, just ask them. Just ask them. They may not tell you. Or if they tell you, don't think that they're just whiny. Like, my one friend, she thinks that people that cut themselves, they're whiny little bastards. And I'm like, well, she's like, well, when they show it to you, they just want attention. Well, what if they're doing that to ask for help? What if they can't verbally ask you for help because they're too embarrassed to ask for help? They're just showing you because they can show you without actually having to look at you and talk to you. Please just, like, ask them. Just ask, because they may want help. They may not be able to stop. And if they don't want help, so if they admit to it and they don't want help, either way or another, an adult's gonna find out, and then their parents are gonna find out. So if you tell their parents now, they won't be, like, they'll probably be in less trouble than if you keep helping them hide this from their parents. Because then their parents will be like, well, why didn't you tell us? This is my child, your friend. Why didn't you just say something? And you'll be like, because she or he asked me not to. They asked me not to. You don't understand what that's like. And it's just easier to avoid this whole fiasco and just tell an adult. I mean, because you know your friend better than anybody else, even their parents, usually. Because your friend just puts up a false front. Some people do that. People like me, they just sort of hide their sadness and behind a smile. Smile. Okay. And so, like, what was it? I'm sorry, I'm trying not to bore you to death, but I'm trying to relate some issues. But the end of this will probably be weird, because I'll probably ask something from somebody who will never watch this, because I don't know if she even uses YouTube. But anyway, like, you know your friend best. But a psychiatrist or a psychologist or their parent or a certified adult may be able to help them better than you can. Like, they can give them the care they need, but you know what they're like. So, like, people in my class were saying, well, you're not qualified, but you know your friend best. And I'm like, isn't that an argument for our side? Because all you have to do is, if you can, I mean, I'm not telling you that you're a bad person if you don't. You can leave your comments, whatever. I know some of you will be like, well, your friend didn't ask for something. That'd be stupid to help them when they didn't ask for it. Well, what if they don't? What if they're not? What if they can't ask you? What if they know they're in deep trouble, but they can't help themselves? They can't. So, like, you know your friend best, but some people are more qualified. If you get together with those people that are more qualified, you can really help your friend. But, like, I know that it's hard to choose between what's right and what your friends ask you to do. Like, you may know your friend's cutting themselves, or you may know they're doing drugs, or you may know they're really depressed, but they asked you not to tell anybody, not to do anything about it. They didn't need help, and you're confused whether you should help them or you shouldn't. While it's your choice in the end, my beliefs are that you probably should, because in the end, like, you wouldn't want the guilt of anything that happened to them on your shoulders. I'm not trying to guilt you into anything, seriously. I sound like I am, but I'm not. It's just my personal opinion. You may have any other opinions you want. I mean, I could see it either way. But I just couldn't sit by and watch my friend destroy themselves. I just couldn't. So, like, you could get another adult. You could get a psychiatrist. You could get a psychologist. You could try anything. Like, some people, their friends, if it's not your good friend, tell one of their good friends. If it is your good friend, try to help. Like, don't try to help them by yourself, but try to figure out and see what's going on with them, why they're doing what they're doing, if there's even a reason. Like, just try to do what you can do. There's a limit to what people can do. People are not perfect. They can't do everything. Some people think they can, some people think they do, but they don't. Nobody can do everything right. You just need to do what you can do. Well, if you feel like it, you should do what you can do. You could do what you can do. Just think about this. Your friend, they're cutting themselves or something. You confront them with the fact that they're doing this. They get really mad at you. They lash out, but they don't do anything. It makes them think. It makes them sit back and think. And then you guys aren't friends anymore, because you got into this whole fight and she didn't get over telling anybody or trying to help her. But then 10 years later, or 20 years later, it depends on how much money you have for your whole school fund reunion thing. You go to that high school reunion and you see her sitting there with her husband, and she looks like the happiest person in the world, or he looks like the happiest person in the world, and you sit down at the table and you say hi, and they can't say anything. They're just so, like, maybe they will still hate you, but then you can see it in their eyes that you still help them a lot, because no matter what people say, you can make a difference. I mean, like, people are like, well, you're not qualified. You can't help them. You can do what you can do. Then you can let other people help them. You never know. That person, when you sit down at that table or you meet them again or you run into them into a grocery store, they may come up to you and they may be like, thank you. Without you, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't have my children. I wouldn't have my job. I wouldn't have my wife. I wouldn't have my life. I wouldn't have met my niece. I wouldn't have met my nephew. I wouldn't have been able to do all the things with my children that I've been able to do. You may have put them on the right path. I mean, like, you won't do that all. Like, that may not happen, but you can help them take the first step. You can. Okay. Like, this is all. But I just want to say, please, if you watch this, I don't care if you give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down. Please do if you're commenting or leaving a video. But even if you're not, just thumbs up, thumbs down, give me a little feedback. Leave like video responses telling your opinion. It doesn't matter what your opinion is. Like, I don't care if you think it's right, if you think it's wrong, if you think you should, or if you're in the middle. If you're in the middle, maybe we can have a few like videos after this to help you figure out what to do. I mean, like, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm still a student. I'm a teenager. But still, leave your comments, either typed or video, whichever. Please, I just want to hear back from you. I just want to hear, like, your opinions on this stuff. I need opinions here. Because it's not only my opinion that matters, it's yours, it's everybody else's. I just want to hear. And all the comments, unless they contain stuff that, if you know me, says my name, or contains a bunch of curse words. If it's only like a few and they're minor, I'll approve it, because I have to approve comments on here, because if somebody sees this that knows me, they may get upset with me. So I just want you to, like, leave comments. I will most likely approve your comments. I'm on here almost every day, at least once a week, so try to get back to me, because I want to hear back from you. And yes. Oh, and also the random thing. Okay. So these kids in my class were thinking about this week. We were going over Lady Gaga lyrics for one of her songs, and there's like, I'm pretty sure the lyrics are, metal studded kiss in the sand. And we were thinking, does that relate to the thimble and the whole Peter Pan thing? Like, in the Peter Pan thing with the movie, the Wendy's like talking to Captain Hook, and she goes over to Peter and he says, stop, girl, and she's like, I'm only giving him but a thimble. And he's like, okay, a thimble. And so, like, and then she leans down and kisses him, and then he goes all magical and he flies up into the air. I'm sorry if I ruined Peter Pan for you with the real people, but he goes whoosh, and all this light comes, and it's awesome. And if you haven't seen it, you should. And I just wondered, do you think Lady Gaga thought of that? And, like, yeah, that's what I was talking about, the whole, like, I'm not sure if she actually goes on YouTube, or if she would actually respond to this, or if she would actually watch this, because it doesn't have a picture, so it looks kind of shady, because it doesn't have a picture, so it seems like I don't want people to see my face, but I do, but I can't. But you will once I'm 16, which is in about a year and a half, I think. And so if Lady Gaga, by some chance, which I don't think will really happen, you watch this, just can you give me like feedback or post somewhere, not on Facebook, because I don't have a Facebook, but I can do stuff that doesn't include my face on the internet. Could you, like, or my email, I can give out my email, anything like that. Like, could you just, like, sort of post somewhere, like, on YouTube, or comment back, or, I know you probably won't see this, but why would you watch my video? But, like, could you just tell me if that's what you meant it to be, or if it's just random pants? Okay, bye, because it's running out of time, and I'm not thinking that Lady Gaga is ever going to see this, but I really don't care, because I just wanted to know, just putting it out there. Eventually, maybe you should stumble across this, get back to me. Okay, bye.